Picking up pings, two more sounds potentially from Flight 370's black box were heard overnight. But how much longer can those batteries last?
And recall rollout. Toyota and Ford are now warning drivers about some potentially dangerous defects in more than 6 million vehicles. We'll tell you what could go wrong behind the wheel.
Plus, hairstyle halt. Some people are upset this morning about a new change to U.S. Army hairstyle rules, who the new guidelines affect, and how far a petition to reconsider this policy has gotten this morning.
You're watching Good Morning Carolinas with Crystal Costa, meteorologist Darren Stack, and Amanda Kinseth.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us here on Good Morning Carolinas. It's just about 5:01. I'm Crystal Costa.
And I'm Jack Lamson. And while we're still dodging a couple of showers today, certainly not the washout that we'd been used to earlier this week.
No, not by any means. And we're going to be seeing a great improvement for the rest of the week and into the upcoming weekend. But we do have to dodge a few showers. And believe it or not, folks, you ready for this one? There's a thunderstorm out there right now as well. Let's go ahead and take you over to First Warning Live. Doppler 15,000 this morning. We do have one little lone area that has been producing a few lightning strikes. Not many, about 3, 4, 5. See it here on First Warning Live, Doppler 15,000. We'll go ahead and zoom in. It's actually just to the east now of Marion. This is heading east toward Loris and Tabor City. We also have a few residual showers around Cheraw and Bennettsville. Showers also along the Grand Strand. Actually just had a lightning strike reported right around the Pawleys Island area as well. These showers, they'll linger around for a little bit, but mainly dry conditions for the rest of the day after these showers move on this morning. We'll time out those rain showers for you, and we'll take a look at that warm-up for the weekend here in a few minutes.
New hope overnight in the search for missing Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. Two more of those underwater pinging signals that we've heard so much about were heard just hours ago in the southern Indian Ocean.
WPDE News Channel 15's Alex Heaton has been following the developments all morning long. What's happening now, Alex?
Well, Crystal, Jack, we learned within the past hour that an analysis of these latest underwater signals are providing some reason for optimism this morning. Now, 11 military aircraft and 14 ships were sent out just a few hours ago for a closer look. Officials now hope to narrow the search area so they can deploy either a small submarine or underwater vehicle to search for debris on the sea floor. But all of this could take days or even weeks.
I'd say we're getting more confident that we found the haystack. If you drew a circle around all those detections and said this circle, this area is what we're going to go search, that's still weeks to months.
Now remember, this is a painstaking search. The water is extremely deep, nearly 3 miles in this area. That's equal to 12 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of one another. Adding to the urgency this morning, the batteries in Flight 370's black boxes could run out at any moment. Now, if these batteries have already died, it could take even longer to find the jetliner, but officials believe they are looking in the right area this time. Crystal?
Alex Heaton reporting live for us in our studio. There's a new change heading to many workplaces.
A new executive order forces federal contractors to allow employees to talk about their salaries with one another.
Equal pay for equal work. It's not that complicated.
President Barack Obama signed the order focused on the nation's gender wage gap yesterday. He also signed a memorandum requiring contractors to report their pay data to the Labor Department, including their race and sex.
Pay secrecy fosters discrimination, and we should not tolerate it.
According to statistics from the Census Bureau, full-time working women earn 77 cents to every dollar earned by men.
We wanted to get the opinion of women in our area on this gender wage gap. An assistant sociology professor at Coastal Carolina University said the way women approach their salary negotiations could be part of the problem. Dr. Hepzibah Sturmick-Paul says women will be more humble when it comes to talking about their work and accomplishments with a future employer. Men apparently use stronger verbs. She says women need to take a page from their book.
So go to a good CV or resume book and look at those lists of adjectives that they provide and start using those strong adjectives both in your verbal communications with your boss as well as on your resume.
She says the bottom line is that women need to know their worth and feel positive about it. Along the same lines, new information out shows money is most likely the reason more women choose to be stay-at-home moms. The new Pew Research Center study found that 29% of American mothers are at home. The report found that many moms would like to work but can't find jobs. And even if they did find a job, the pay likely does not cover the cost of childcare.
Time right now is 6:36. Students enrolling in Horry Georgetown Technical College will soon see a new tuition rate. The college's board voted to increase tuition, and here's how it breaks down. In-state tuition will increase $11 per credit, which is a 7% increase. Out-of-state tuition will increase $18 per credit hour, which is also a 7% increase. School officials say the purpose of the increase is to bring the college in compliance with the recommendations of the State Board for Technical and Comprehensive College Guidelines.
It's 6:37, and you've been tracking some activity. Looks like some rain showers.
Yeah, the good news is most of them are finally moving offshore, but we still have some residual showers in Horry County right now, and even some moderate rain up around the North Myrtle Beach and Little River areas, as you see here on First Warning Live, Doppler 15,000. We had a few rumbles of thunder in the south end of the Strand from Murrells Inlet, Pawleys Island just a bit ago, also around the Aner area and up into the PD and the border belt. Again, showers beginning to move out of the area. We'll still hold on to some of these clouds this morning, giving way to partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies this afternoon. Can't rule out an isolated shower or even a rumble of thunder later on today and into the evening. We'll time out when that disturbance arrives to entice those for us, as well as when the 70s and 80s return back to the forecast. I'll give you a little hint. The weekend looks fantastic. Details on that will be coming up here in just a little bit, guys.
A bill sponsored by 7th District Congressman Tom Rice will correct what he says is an old mistake. But environmentalists claim it would make the public shoulder more of the risk for expensive oceanfront homes. The debate starts with an old law that was meant to protect sensitive barrier islands. The law ended up keeping about 24 property owners in a gated community from being able to get flood insurance. Rice says all he wants to do is redraw the maps so those properties can get insurance.
I'm not trying to add 1 square inch that wasn't supposed to be excluded under the law to begin with. This is just a mistake. It was an error.
But the Coastal Conservation League says Rice's bill would actually put more of the burden on replacing million-dollar oceanfront homes on taxpayers.
6:38 this morning, a new change could be coming to an Horry County road that's seen several crashes. There were 44 wrecks on Singleton Ridge Road in Horry County last year alone, but those numbers could soon decrease. The South Carolina Department of Transportation is considering building a traffic circle near the intersection of Technology Boulevard and Singleton Ridge Road. While many commuters say they think it could improve safety, one driver worries it could only make driving along that road worse.
I think it'll work if the people know how to use it, but if they don't know how to use it, it's going to cause more problems than what we have now, I feel.
Officials with SCDOT haven't said when they'll start working on the roundabout or how it will be funded.
Time now 6:39. The votes are in for 3 elections in our area. Turnout was heavy for 3 Surfside Beach Town Council seats. David Pellegrino and Bob Childs were outright winners, but there will have to be a runoff between Ralph Magliette and Sammy Truitt, while the incumbents Beth Coleman and Rod Smith both lost their seats on council in Surfside Beach. In the Marlboro County town of Clio, Joe Kinney is the winner of the mayoral race, while Isadora Covington, Pearlie Thomas, and Jackie Woods have all been elected to town council. There were 3 seats up for grabs in Clio. Over in Coward, 2 incumbents won for town council, Kenneth Sims and James Lee. This morning, we're still waiting for the results from a school board election in Marion County.
Next on Good Morning Carolinas.
If you're interested in home brewing beer, well, listen up. We've got all the details for you on how you can do it, plus a new store in Conway and some classes. Stick with us.